morning everyone, it's Bart from Stepping Out. Today we have 5th of April and we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up in the garden. You can do it at home. Make sure that you have enough space. We have a little bit of a sun here from sun pit, so that might be not the best idea, might be a bit slippery, but make sure that you have good safe place and start with some basic moves. So you might rise your knees a little. Meanwhile, check my head is naturally starting to go forward as I've been sitting probably a bit too much, so I want to grow an inch. Think about with the growing, that you'll be growing on the few diaphragms, your feet, your hips, your diaphragm, roof of your mouth, make you a little bit taller. And in your time, switch to a few of the heel backs and check if you're not leaning forward too much with those heel backs or you're not letting that lower back to over arch, so just control that rib and hip connection. And we mix them up. So back to the knees with that difference, that heel will come this time a little bit closer to the bottom. And adding another element, have a good support from those balls. Extend that leg. Extend that knee a little bit further. Just so in your time, you put those elements together. Heel back, knee rise and extend. And the other side. And one side. And the other. Meanwhile, I'm checking if I'm not going far to one and too far to the other side, but try to stay controlled, neutral position, and again, tall. So I'm making those deeper muscles already working hard, even with quite basic exercises. This might be enough. Just shake off those legs a little and warming up those outer inner thighs. Go for a few side steps from there. Those side steps with those hips taller, standing on the balls of the feet. Going lower, maybe rising the toes a little just to challenge the balance a little bit. And then a few of those cross steps, sending once that second leg behind the other. Maybe adding the curtsy there, mini lunge if you feel you're ready for it. By the way, check if you're still staying tall here. That curtsy in with that chest going forward. Maybe up to the curtsy at 1 or 2 arms going up. Or just keep your paws down if you feel a little bit wobbly, especially at that stage of the day or the stage of the warm-up. That might be just enough. Come back to the few side steps. Bring those paws a little bit closer together. Go for those taps now. Crossing the legs, but send that first one. Send the second leg in front of the other. You can turn this into heel, into toes. Flex that foot and reach on one side with the spine, with the crown of the head. Reach on the other side, once with the heel, other time with the ball of your foot with your toes. And go to the heels only, heel tap, and from the heel tap, go for a gentle roll, one side, the other. Make that foot long, make that foot stretched, not tense, and active. Add those arms if you like on top, check. Those arms are reasonably straightish. Shoulders are relaxed down, connected slightly at the back. And you'll be just now pushing just a little bit strongly into the paws. Activating that midriff, activating that spine. Maybe, if you like, you can once again add that mini dip, mini lunge. So it will be a cross step, dip, and then the roll. Cross, dip, roll. You can mix them up. So we'll be one on one side, that curtsy we practiced earlier, and then on the other side with that roll. One side dip, on the other side dip too. And the other side, dip, curtsy. Now all with the paws, or now trying to use them less. Arm up, arm down, arms up, and then support on the front. And that might be just enough, so just again shake off those legs, might be having enough, so let's move up, relax them, base of the spine, hips a little. Let's move to the spine. Just slide gently, opening the chest. You might focus actually on the breath at first, maybe slowing down a little bit in when you're opening the chest, out on the other side, and then think about that one of those spine movements will be that flexing the spine and extending the spine. Check if that extending the spine doesn't turn into overextending the spine. So now with the support of the palms, flex, extend, you can add that breath. If you be thinking about where is breathe in, where is breathe out, just breathe. So we have one movement. Now you might extend, hold it a little bit longer. It will be very important. Muscles engage those. As I believe, as myself, you'll be a little bit more likely to sit a little bit more, being isolated at home, or if you're isolating, or if even sitting in the gardens again is that flexing position. That's the reason also for the next movement. So a few step backs with idea of having the chest open, so you feel like that activity, the opening activity at the front of your hips, with a little bit of a dip if you like, but not necessarily. You can add a slightly extended spine to it. After coming out, flex, extend, and flex, and slow and controlled. And maybe a few more. If you do 10 repetitions each side, that will be plenty, that will be plenty. Another movement to our spine is that rotation. Imagine you sitting on the bench or sitting on the chair, so hips really don't go with you. It will be mainly on that lumbar spine there which rotates. And don't force it. Don't force it with the spin. Just do whatever feels right. And more importantly, look at that length of your spine while you're rotating with that spiral movement. You can add them in your time. Moment you add in the hips, that's fine, but let that heel to come off the ground. Yes, I'm adding now the arm, but really my focus is on my spine, on those connections from my toes right to my fingers, from my toes right to the crown of my head, with all those spirals which I want to stretch, activate, mobilize, lengthen, and maybe next time you're there, freeze 1 second or two, maybe with the support of your pulse, maybe with the leg off the ground. You might have the options within. One of the reasons not to do it. Well, we're nearly towards the end. I would relax the shoulders a little. They're probably tense. Mobilize, maybe draw slightly bigger circles, but you notice those circles starting to make your shoulders back tense again. I would limit it to minimum. One more spine movement, which we haven't done yet, with this lateral flexion, side flexion. So imagine you're just right in between two pieces of glass. Sometimes we might have a tendency to go sideways down. Don't do it. Feel like those. See those vertebrae just pressing against each other. So look once again at the same theme, length. Remember the diaphragms from the beginning of that warm-up. You might add the arm, maybe just do one side with support of the pulse, or at one and the other side. I would recommend those feet a little bit wider, might be just doing good base, might make this exercise safer. Probably as effective as well. You might add, remember those cross movements we did earlier, or cross steps? You might add that cross step here, on one, on the other side. A little bit more advanced exercise. Might bring a little bit more risks there, but if you feel comfortable with that exercise, will be another reason to do, to work all those side body connections. What we haven't done yet is allows grows the inner part. So for that one, I like you to stay with your feet a little bit wider, and then first just from one side to the other. Maybe check if your feet could go a little bit wider, so you can control. Maybe they go a little bit lower. Check if your hips don't do that. One of them is going forward. You see the result, my knees going in quite a risky place, where rather you want those knees to stay with them aligned to your feet, and then hips square more than anything. Support on the pulse, absolutely. You might go lower, horizontal movement, you might go for those circles. Idea is to open that hip area, so check. If you don't lean forward, again, nice tall posture, which will have an effect then further down the chain in your groin, down to your knee. Then knee position, which you mentioned, hip position. Again, a few more seconds, maybe that's just tiny bit lower. If you like from there to move a little bit more of a stretch, think about that right knee, pulling slightly backwards, that is not going anywhere, but it's not going forward, while the opposite shoulder moves away from that knee. Just a little bit further, crown of the head tall, chin of the king slightly, and let that body go. One. Maybe stay there a little bit longer than I've just shown, and on the other side. Those side front body connections are probably tight. So could introduce within your stretching or your warm-up routine would be definitely beneficial. Tilt the toes, come out from there, shake of those legs. If you're going for a walk now, probably will be good to go for a few circles with your toes. Warm up those ankles and a few of those neck movements, which again, find a good starting position. Shoulders in the right place, head in the right place, nice and active. And from there is that length of the crown of the head one side rather than down with that ear to the shoulder, for the same reason as we mentioned earlier about the lumbar spine, trying not to compress those vertebrae, not compress those discs in between them. Then look inside to the other, and from those neck exercises I would limit to them too, as they safe, generally safe exercises. Few swing of your arms just to activate, bring this heart rate up if you like. Soft knees, maybe heels coming off the ground if you like to go for a little bit more energetic one. Then both arms at the same time. I wouldn't probably lift those arms as high as I just did a second ago. Shoulder height will be plenty, but maybe focus more on that backward swing. And an alternative once again. Maybe next time when you're in position, freeze on one, freeze on the other. There is plenty more exercises which we introduce the day after, so stay with us. This week and next week we should have some live classes as well for those who can join, and if you won't be able to join, we'll be recording more videos with stretching, relaxation and many more to come. So tune in and stay with us. Stay safe, take care, bye bye.